know why parts of the South Wales valleys are the only areas in the nation where trains will not run on New Year's Day? Here is the full story. Before knowing the details, put the like button below the video and then follow us. Parts of the South Wales valleys are the only areas in the nation where trains will not run on New Year's Day. It has led to calls for Boxing Day and New Year's Day to be part of the rail network's normal working year. The situation has been described as strange, with a transport expert suggesting rail operators have not caught up with demand. Transport for Wales, TOW, said it had future plans to introduce more bank holiday services. There will be no trains between Cardiff and major towns such as Merthyr Tydfil, Pontypridd and Caerphilly on the 1st of January. However, train services are still operating in other parts of Wales. Rhondda rail line to reopen in February after work, no trains for 10 months for some commuters. Transport journalist Rhodri Clark said it was strange that small towns such as Llandeilo, Pwllheli, Llanrwst would have New Year's Day rail services, while more populated places such as the Rhondda, Cynon, Taff and Rhymney valleys would not. It's worth remembering that we are currently investing as taxpayers £1 billion in modernisation of the core valley lines, he said. These are the ones which won't have a service on New Year's Day. It seems strange to be spending that much money and not get a service on that day each year. Mr. Clark added that a similar argument could be made for Boxing Day, with increased demand from people wishing to travel to the capital for shopping or sporting fixtures over the festive period. The situation seems to go back to British rail days in the valleys where there wasn't the same demand. It would be good to see Transport for Wales talking to the unions about making New Year's Day and Boxing Day part of the normal working year. Eniola Olusegun, who was travelling from Pontypridd on New Year's Eve, said the lack of trains on New Year's Day meant he had to turn down a shift to work in Caerphilly. Even if they don't run as frequently as a normal day, it shouldn't be empty tracks. At least it should run half a day or every hour, he said. Laura Morgan also described the situation as a big inconvenience. You're supposed to help people get home safe. The taxis are so expensive, not a lot of people can afford that, especially on New Year's Day, she said. Caitlin Edwards was travelling to Cardiff with friends for New Year's Eve, but was facing the prospect of catching an earlier train home than usual due to the schedule. I do think they should be running on normal times, because for some people that's the only way they can get home. They can't get lifts or taxis because they're so expensive, she said. TFW said it was in the process of transforming the core valley lines. A spokesman added, with expected lower numbers of travellers over the festive period, TFW has taken the opportunity to deliver major pieces of infrastructure work over the Christmas and New Year period to progress with our plans and carry out major engineering work for the South Wales Metro. There are future plans to introduce New Year's Day services on the core valley lines, as well as continue to increase the frequency of services on these lines as the investment in this infrastructure is completed.